I didn't talk to anybody, didn't engage with any technology or books, didn't strive to accomplish anything. I slept, prayed, cooked, exercised, and spent time with myself and my thoughts. What are the keys to not feeling stressed out and overwhelmed by everything that is happening in life? Perhaps you've noticed that I keep going back to this topic over and over. In my previous videos, I talked about spiritual and emotional hygiene. And today, I want to add that despite them being a necessity, I also believe that they're our responsibility. When we brush our teeth in the morning or evening, we do so because we hold responsible attitude towards our oral health. We know that if we don't do that, we are going to have teeth problems. Well, when we don't attend to our inner world, consequences are no less, and they're not only affect ourselves, but everybody around us. So today I'd like to offer my thoughts on the topic of spiritual and emotional hygiene through the lens of 5 key concepts: trust, discipline, grace, focus, and value. So trust. What gives us a sense of certainty? It is trust that no matter what happens, we are going to be okay. And connection to this sense of trust comes in different shapes and forms. So for me, this is where faith and prayer come. And I said in one of my videos before that prayer is a plug that allows me to plug into the source of unlimited life force and confidence. So I never feel deadlocked. It's truly an amazing feeling. Some people tap into this coming sense of trust by knowing that, for example, that they have an amazing partner or great friends, that they can go into nature to reboot. Or reading, hearing a story of someone overcoming challenges that are similar or actually even not similar to ours can bring a feeling of trust in a better future, sense of hope. Whatever it is, I would recommend taking a moment to see what thoughts, emotions, and sensations emerge inside of you when you come into contact with this source of support. Take a moment to internalize it so that next time when you want to feel settled and strong, you don't have to wait for your partner to come home or drive to a park to experience the wisdom of nature. The next is discipline. None of these wonderful things mentioned above will work if we don't put them into practice. Here's where discipline comes in. This is where I am tremendously grateful to being a part of the organization where importance of daily practice is emphasized over and over by scheduling times to pray together, by regular study about the importance of daily practice and power of faith. Recently, I've been working a lot and found myself feeling exhausted. I was kind of surprised because although I could feel that many tasks that I was completing were taking a lot of energy out of me, I wanted to do them. I felt engaged and curious and excited. So when my body literally began to force me to take naps in the middle of the day, which is a completely unusual activity for me, it made me stop and think. And I realized that I've neglected my emotional hygiene. I haven't been exercising as much or spending time with friends and just not having enough downtime. So I really have to be purposeful about it because it doesn't come naturally often to me. So Kati tells clients to practice check-ins and care for themselves. Well, she has to practice what she preaches. The next concept is grace. And grace to me is, as we are being stressed out, remembering that we're human beings. We're not perfect. It is the ability to say to my inner critic, I hear you, and I'll never be what you want me to be. I'm on the path of learning and not perfection. I get emotional, overwhelmed, sad, angry, and so forth. So it is the part of me that balances out the inner disciplinarian that at times can go actually too far. The next concept is focus. I'm going to talk about it for a while. And focus to me about what am I directing my attention to. And our life moves in the direction of our attention. In our technological days, we have 24-hour access to all kind of information or informational food. We can eat it in big, small portions in all kind of quality, and we all know what happens to our bodies when we are not conscious of our eating habits. We spend a lot of time learning about nutrition, healthy eating, great recipes in restaurants, right? So I invite you to ponder what happens in our spiritual, emotional, energetic, and physical states when we consume too much information or information that is challenging for our inner world to digest. I'm asking myself more and more, does what I consume make me feel encouraged and uplifted, or makes me feel down and scared? And I do want to be informed, so when is the best time for me spiritually and emotionally to listen to news or other things so that I don't plunge into fear and despair? What actions do I have to take before, during, and after eating information to continue to feel more or less balanced? How much is digestible for me today? And how will consuming this information help me or distract me from my focus on what I want to accomplish today and in life in general? Let's remember that our brains and nervous system don't know that what we watch is far or close, fiction or reality. It is all real for them. So this is some, I think, serious hygiene questions. Per recommendation of one of my friends, last year I went on an information detox for 48 hours. I didn't talk to anybody, didn't engage with any technology or books or magazines, or didn't strive to accomplish anything. I slept, prayed, cooked, exercised, and spent time with myself and my thoughts. And since then I've done it a couple more times because the clarity and a sense of groundedness in myself that emerges as a result, well, was quite amazing. The beauty of being part of a Buddhist organization focused on world peace is that whether I want it or not, my focus has been directed towards inner growth and betterment of the world. The happiness of oneself and others are inseparable. I've been surrounded by people who seek and take action to develop themselves while helping others. So the focus is clear. And with that sense of clarity also come joy, hope, and alignment with my true self. And this brings me to my last point, value. I mean, this is the last, but I would say the most significant aspect, without which I think the first four are simply meaningless. It is simple yet super challenging concept. My life and lives of others have value. There is no or very little drive to take all of the above actions if we don't recognize how valuable our lives are. It is easy to lose a sense of it when so much is happening in our lives and in the world. My mentor, Daisaku Ikeda, writes, "The human spirit is as expensive as the cosmos. This is why it is so tragic to belittle yourself or to question your worth. No matter what happens, continue to push back the boundaries of your inner life. The confidence to prevail over any problem, the strength to overcome adversity, and unbounded hope all reside within you. Take good care of yourselves."